Hi, I'm Pam Butler. Welcome to the tent at Ballon Temple. I'm here with Tom. Welcome, Tom.
Hello, Pam.
Next week, we are hosting a webinar called Corona, System Change, and Humanity. I thought it would be useful to introduce the topic and what we're doing next Friday, because it's a big subject and we want to give people an idea of what's going on. Tom, you spend a lot of time on a small holding, growing vegetables, doing maintenance and logging and so on, but you also have a financial background. So talk about how COVID-19 has battered the economies across the world and whether our financial systems can cope.
Well, thank you, Pam. It's not looking good, is it? And it's interesting that people turn to the finances, although it's not in the title. And I do have a background and it helps me see the world. But I suppose the thing is I just do back of the envelope numbers these days. And the first thing you think about when the lockdown occurs is that everything's going to stop. And the back of the envelope is that if everything stops, numbers are going to start going down. And when we went into lockdown, everyone said a couple of weeks, but you knew it was going to be 4 weeks from what was coming out of the medical community and the infectious rate, the morbidity of the disease and so on, and the fact that it was just moving so quickly. So we knew a month, and certainly the people who are running things knew a month, and it's been 2 months. And now it looks like it's going to go on for a very long time because there isn't going to be a cure and it's remaining rather infectious. Now, when you stop an economy for a month or two or longer, the money stops going around. And we're seeing the problems. Debt is ballooning as but that's all. Many industries are affected. Businesses can't have meetings. Everybody's on Zoom and so on. It's in hospitality, empty. Food industry, restaurants, bars, and so on. So it's not looking good. And this is going to go on for some time now. We are in a global recession. Yes, okay. Not good.
No, that doesn't sound good. Can you tell us about how next Friday's session to help us adapt to this new world? Talk about what you see as some of the biggest challenges that the pandemic will bring to us all in the coming months, and talk about how systems like education, health, business are going to collide with the very real problems of the natural world, like climate change, species extinction, food production, and security.
Well, Pam, it's not going to be easy, and there are no answers just sitting there. And nobody's going to be able to press a button on their mobile phone to fix everything. We're all going to have to do this together. Human qualities are going to have to come out. Obviously, the first step is awareness, because people aren't really appreciating what's going on in terms of what's going on beyond their front door. Everybody's very unhappy because everyone's stuck at home. They can't get out. They can't see their friends. They can't see their family. You've faced some of the most tragic containment over the past month. And that's happened.
Okay.
Sorry about that. This is why we're doing this, so that we get the technical glitches out of this before next Friday. Now, where was I? Awareness and adaptation. Yeah, that's not going to be easy. We're going to have to make it up together moving forward. One of the big things that's going to happen is we're going to have to stop thinking that humans are the center of the universe and that there is a universal law. And we're going to have to work within that because we've broken the laws of nature. But it's easy to do, and people have been working on this for decades, I think. You know, it's just a question of looking for it, being aware, doing the research, and moving forward. There are a couple of other areas. We've got energy is going to be a big thing. Obviously, fossil fuels are coming to the end of life. There was going to be a huge gap in our energy requirements. We're going to have to change our behaviors, but I don't think that'll be very difficult because 100 years ago, we had a completely different way of doing things. There was no oil 120 years ago. And technology as well. We're going to have to start sharing technology instead of having to pay for it. because we need to work together to move forward. So there are going to be some big changes, I think. You spoke about the collision of our systems of education and so on, business with the natural environment. Clearly, those come together if we work with nature for nature-based solutions. So I hope what's going to happen next Friday is that we will have participation from people who care about these things, who have been studying them for as long as we have, working with them for as long as we have, and we'll share their experiences and views so that we can get ideas and move forward. And we'll do this more, I think, in the future.
Okay, well, that sounds like some big topics: human-centric perspectives, energy consumption issues, and technology and its role. So can you tell us what we can expect of next Friday's webinar, like the format and how we can join in?
Sure. It was at 3 o'clock Irish time, or universal time. That's, what is that, 3 o'clock? It's noon New York time. We hope to start on time. We'll have a presentation at the beginning just to provide a framework of some of the ideas, Corona system change and humanity. And then I hope we'll have some presentations from some people, as I say, who can share their vision, and then open it up to the floor. You can participate in 3 ways. You can either join us here at the tent in Ballon Temple. We have limited numbers here, obviously, for social distancing purposes. You can join the webinar, or you can join a live stream. If you join the webinar, you can participate in the audience. And if you've got something that you're passionate about and you'd like to share, get in touch with us, and maybe you can have a panel allocation to talk about that, because that would be wonderful to meet people who are really passionate about what's going on here. All of the information is on astria.net. You can get the links there and get in touch with us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.
See you
next Friday.